7 Men's Stories Exciting Entertainment.
Why do Mexicans wear masks on the Day of the Dead? Is death final, or maybe not? What if we didn't see death as the end, but as a transition, a bridge between two worlds? That's exactly how people in Mexico view it during Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. But why do they wear those iconic masks? Why are the streets filled with colorful skull decorations? Why do people laugh, dance, and celebrate while honoring their loved ones who have passed away? These masks, known as Calaveras, hold a deeper meaning than many realize. They're not just about tradition, they're about acceptance, love, and celebrating both life and death. Stay with us because we're diving into one of the most fascinating celebrations in the world. And who knows, you might see death in a whole new way after this. To truly understand the Dia de los Muertos, we need to travel back in time to a period before the Spanish arrived in Mexico. For the Aztecs, the Maya, and other indigenous peoples, death wasn't the end. They believed the soul continued to live in a spiritual world, and once a year the spirits of the dead could return to visit their families. This belief was deeply rooted in their culture. The Aztecs, for example, held a festival to honor the dead that lasted up to 30 days. Then in the 16th century, the Spanish colonizers arrived. They brought Christianity with them, and with it, traditions like All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. Instead of erasing indigenous traditions, these Christian celebrations merged with the existing rituals, and from this blend came the Dia de los Muertos we know today. And what about the masks? They've been part of the celebration from the beginning, but they're not scary or somber, as some might think. They're colorful, joyful, and full of life, meant to welcome the spirits of the dead back into the world of the living. Now let's get to the most important question. Why do people wear these masks? The Calaveras, as they're called, are much more than just decorations. In Mexican culture, the skull is a powerful symbol, but it doesn't represent grief or fear. It represents acceptance. It's a reminder that death is part of life. These masks are often decorated with floral patterns, hearts, stars, and other designs that express joy and love. Each color and pattern has meaning. Red symbolizes life, white represents purity, and yellow signifies the connection to the spiritual world. And there's something even more significant. The masks are also seen as a form of protection. It's believed that the spirits recognize the masks and know they're welcome. It's as if the masks create a bridge between the living and the dead. In some parts of Mexico, people even wear the masks to embody the spirits of the dead. They walk through the streets, dancing, laughing, and celebrating, as if they are the spirits returning to life for just one day. But the Dia de los Muertos is more than just masks. It's a feast for the senses. The streets of Mexico transform into a vibrant sea of colors. Everywhere you look, there are flowers, especially bright orange marigolds known as cempasúchil. These flowers are said to guide the spirits back to the world of the living with their scent. Families build ofrendas, altars, to honor their deceased loved ones. These altars are decorated with photos, candles, flowers, sugar skulls, and the favorite foods and drinks of the departed. Some even include personal items, maybe a book the person loved to read, or a bottle of tequila they enjoyed. There's eating, laughing, singing. It's not a day of mourning, it's a day of remembrance and joy. And at the heart of it all, the Calaveras masks. They remind us that death isn't something to fear, it's a reminder to celebrate life. The Dia de los Muertos and the Calaveras carry a powerful message. Death is part of life. It's not an end, it's a transition. In Mexico, people see death differently than in many other cultures. They don't fear it, they embrace it as something that connects us to our loved ones, even if they're no longer physically with us. Maybe we can learn something from this mindset. Instead of fearing death, we can see it as a reminder to cherish life, to spend time with those we love, and to know that no one is ever truly gone as long as we remember them. What do you think about this tradition? Would you like to experience the Dia de los Muertos yourself? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and remember, death is not the end. It's the beginning of something new.
Feel free to follow this channel to avoid missing any new content. Disclaimer: the images are AI generated and are for illustration purposes. The stories on this channel are researched to the best of our knowledge.